We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Under 10. Under 10. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. Finding space at the 40. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They go play action with Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tony Field able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. Back deep to return is KJ Hamler. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Browns hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Watch the ship. 24. Watch the ship. Watch the line up.
To throw is Watson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. 55. Watch the flood. Motion. Pop. Shift. Watch the shift. Watch safety creep. Watch.
They will indeed snap it to Watson.
Check.
Being chased out left. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Come on, D.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because...
He's got a man, complete, 20. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Marquise Brown, 88 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Smith will come in motion right. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue, almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, helped force the incompletion.
Mike 19. 70 Ranger.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 4 down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready?
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Williams is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
You ain't going nowhere.
Up the middle with Eckler. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 40 now on second down. Watson buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
35's the mic. I'm coming. Check. 24 is down. He's coming. Check. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Kill.
Watson. Dancing to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, their first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down, and the Eagles defense able to hold. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Hurts. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Here we go. Check 43.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. No, off.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
SOS. 24. SOS.
Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Tony Field, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. On the move past the 40. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Get the ball.
On 1st down, Hurts.
Watch the slant.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Mustang 19. Hurt. That's the way. Mike 19, Mike 19.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
35's the mic. Hey, here I come. Here I 31. Here I come. Here I come.
In motion left comes Brown.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it. Tight dog.
On first down, Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eaglesons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. And that's complete to Sanders. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Check nine.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch out.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson.
Put a stamp on me in the locker
and
room.
he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Ty Johnson, his second rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a give running left is Eckler. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, and they stick with Eckler. Room here to run. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Now Watson. Forced out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
Okay, ready? Mike 19. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Ready, go.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
I know you feel that.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
17's Mike. Mike 17. All day, just like that. 54. Mike 17. Mike 17. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Mike 17. Mike 17.
And Watson's going to throw it here. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Watson now to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
In motion right is Brown.
Silver.
On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete as well. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
This is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all, because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else. It makes a dramatic play.
Here we go. Watch twist. Check four. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Throwing now, Watson. Steps away to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, I can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Switch. Shift. Watch the shift. Watch safety creeping.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Browns drive about to get started. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start first and 10.
You can't block me. 17's Mike 31. 54. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 59. Bang.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Lucky.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's complete to Brown, right side. Finding room at midfield. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for him during this game.
Mike 35, Mike 35.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Watson on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best. And